Welcome to my channel. The first topic that we'll be talking about in tourism term 1 is global events of international significance. So we'll be talking about the sporting events, giving the examples and also other events as well. Okay, so this is the frame of things that you should know as a student at the end of this topic. So you need to be able to identify, when we talk about the concept global event, what is a global event? When we're talking about the sporting events, what is the sporting events? Sporting events such as FIFA World Cup, Wimbledon, Comrades, Tour de France, Olympic Games. So you need to understand, have at least some knowledge about them. And also when you're talking about other events such as G8 Summit, and also Summit on Climate Change, so you should be able to know other events. Also it gives you the instruction that to be mentioned as an example. Do not study further about these. Okay, so you need to also understand the positive and the negative impact of global events on the international tourism. Must understand that, and also the impact of hosting the global event on the domestic tourism. What will occur? So advantages, disadvantages as well. So this is like a framework that gives you direction of what you should be knowing at the end of the topic. Okay, let's continue further. The keywords that will appear the most on this topic are words such as host. When we're talking about the host can be a person, it can be a group, it can be a country, it can be such things. It can be a person, can be a group of people, can be a country that organizes, that makes sure that it organizes and holds the event. That's where the event it will be. So that is called host. Participants, which is people who participates. Participants, it's people who will be participating, or people who will be part of the event. Concept of participants, people who will be part of the events that will be occurring. Spectators, people who will be watching an event, and the people who will be watching that event when it's happening. Camaraderie has to do with helping each other to reach a common goal. Camaraderie has to do with helping together in order to reach the common goal that we want to achieve at the end. Then those are the concepts that you need to understand what they are talking about when they are mentioning them. Okay, so the first one is a concept of global event. So global event are activities that are well known. So these are the kind of activities that are well known around the world. They are well known worldwide. So these events, they are organized by and held in a country that will be hosting. Host country, the country that will be decided to host that particular event. So global events, they are organized by and held in the host country. This is a country in which all the activities, so the country that is selected, it will make sure that it has all the activities that are part of these events that will be taking place. So all the activities need to be the part of the event So the country that is selected, it needs to make sure that it accommodates all the activities that are part of the global event. So the host country is also responsible to provide the venue. So the country that is selected, it is its responsibility to make sure that it provides the venue and other services that are needed by the participants, by those who will be part of the event, as well as the spectators of the events. So it's a responsibility in making sure that everything is in order based on venue, based on services that must be delivered in that event. So this is a brief of when we are talking about the global event. Then we move to these sporting events that were indicated. So sporting events are held around the world also. They are similar, they are held around the world, which is they are held worldwide. In Africa, in Europe, all of the continents, they are held, which is they are often well known, worldwide as part of the streamed on international television. So all these sporting events, they are well known, and also they are being televised, streamed on televisions for people around all over the world to be able to see them globally on their TVs. These events may happen every year. Or every 4 years. So they might take part. So people from all over the world will travel to host country and watch these sporting events. So people gathered from different countries, different continents, and they gathered and go to the country that is selected to host the event, and they will go there and watch all of these sporting events taking part. So this is what you should know at least about the sporting events. So which are the sporting events that we are talking about, which is we'll be moving to the next slide, which is the sporting events which is such as the 2010 FIFA World Cup, which we have it in South Africa. So the FIFA World Cup takes place every 4 years. Which is takes place 2010 in South Africa, 2014 in Brazil. So it takes place every 4 years. It's a soccer event, which is an international soccer competition that has about 32 teams that will be taking part, competing to each other to win the gold medal. And also, this year it will be on Qatar around November to December. Okay. The second sporting event, it's Wimbledon. It's a tennis championship. It's a tennis competition that takes place for about 2 weeks every June and July. It takes place in the suburb called Wimbledon, that is in London, in England. So this is another sporting event that is taking place, which is taking place at Wimbledon in London, England. It's around June and July, 2 weeks of it. Okay. Then we continue to other sporting events, which is the third one, which is comrades marathon. Which is comrades marathon. It's a 90-kilometer race, which is long road race, which is people are competing in race, which is 90 kilometers. That which is taking place between two provinces, which is Pietermaritzburg and Durban, every June, it takes place every June. So in terms of the sample of the history, it started in 1921. It's famous for its tradition of helping each other. So the main aim and the tradition of this comrades marathon It's those who participate to help each other in be able to reach the common goal and to be able to go to finishing line. Everyone who is taking part of it to finish line. So it attracts a lot of spectators from all over the world. They want to be part of it. So this is a competition marathon. It's hosted in South Africa. So you must be able to notice the logos of these sporting events as well. So the other one will be Tour de France. So Tour de France is about cycling. Tour de France, it's a cycling race. It's about cycling bicycle that take place through France, which is taking place in France for about 3 weeks. It's every July this time of this event. So it started in around 1903. It consists of the number of stages, which is it has stages that taking place, like stages elimination rounds, whereby some will be eliminated in those particular days. It takes time for it to complete, and it has stages, and also it is televised. There is television coverage. It's shown in television around the whole world. Okay, then we are done with this slide. Then we go to Olympic Games, which is Olympic Games. These are the Summer Olympic Games that take place every 4 years. And countries take turns to host it. So it circulates around different countries in order to host it. The Olympic Games takes every 4 years. Olympic Games, it's a sport competition, and teams from all over the countries around the world participate for gold medals. They compete in swimming, in soccer, they compete in boxing, all of the sport activities that are there. So other sporting events, which is there are many global events that are focused on sports. So they always attract participants. They are streamed all over the world. So Australia Open, French Open, US World Cup, Rugby. So there's a lot of sporting events that are taking place. So we have also something that is called the G8 Summit, which is the G8 Summit. This is a meeting of the 8 most powerful countries. So it's a meeting. This meeting it's hosted by the 8 most powerful countries in the world. So it is called the Group of 8, which is G8. It is made up of these countries. So these countries that are 8 that are part of this, it is called. It is made up of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan and Russia, and United Kingdom, and the United of America, USA. So these are the part of countries that are part of the G8 Summit, which is that there's a meeting that they are held. So underneath you will see these countries and their flags as well. This meeting happened every year. So every year there will be a G8 Summit that are hosted in different countries. So it is hosted in different countries as well, the G8 Summit. Then we have another summit, which is the Summit on Climate Change. So the Summit on Climate Change, it has to do with the meeting, international meeting also, which is the regular held and discuss how can we decrease the effect of climate change. So as you know that there is a lot of climate change issues. So this summit meeting talks about strategies, bringing strategies that will make difference in climate change and reduce climate change. So different countries rotate in hosting this. So in 2011, Durban hosted the COP17 meeting, climate change, which is they talk about these kind of issues of climate change. So